Take a deep breath and settle into your comfy chair. Welcome to the Healers Collective, the podcast that will alchemize your health and ignite an expansion within your soul. I'm Caroline Nixon, and with my over 25 years of experience in all things holistic, as well as being a psychic, a healer, and a medical intuitive, I will guide you deeper into your energetics, your body, and your soul, supporting you along your path to be the best healer, psychic, energy worker that you can be, knowing and trusting that your body is fully supporting you. Together, we will be navigating all things energy, vibration, frequency, mindset, soul, body, spiritual practices, and more as we move through this thing called life. So grab a cup of something hot and let's get to it. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Healers Collective podcast. We are at episode 8. Today I want to discuss your hygiene. This is going to be fun. This will be a quick one, but it's just a good reminder for us all, okay? So you shower to clean your body and your hair, right? You take showers, you take baths, your hygiene's good. You brush your teeth, maybe you wear deodorant, okay? But what is your spiritual hygiene practice? Do you even have one? Why is it important to have a spiritual hygiene practice? Let's get into it. One of the things is you want to make sure that you are not taking on your client's energy. So you've been in a session with someone, maybe it's, really deep healing, because that's what you do, right? Deep healing with your clients. And maybe you leave the session and you have taken on their energy, unbeknownst to you or them. And they feel great, and you get out of the session and you're like, oh gosh, I feel terrible. I feel tired. I've got this pain. Ugh. That could be one thing. You don't want to do that. You also don't want to, say you take a journey with your client and you're taking them into realms and past lives and maybe even, the Akashic records or whatever you do in your sessions. Mine would be I go into the body, I take journeys, we do shadow work, and you maybe have talked to a being, or you've been, doing your thing, right? And you come back and maybe you've brought some energy with you. I've done this, okay? A while ago, I guess it was probably about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, started to be shown that I was to be working in the underworld, okay? There's a lot of misconceptions about what the underworld is. It is a place where souls go, free will, they go there to do deep healing. There's a lot of trauma, and they go there willingly to do work. And in my shamanic healing, I am able to go down there and do some soul integration work, okay? And I went down there one time, and I just kind of went down there willy-nilly and did not put my hygiene and my protection in place as I ought to have. I've since learned, I hope. And I came back with a little attachment, a little entity attachment. Now, I was quickly able to see it and feel it and know it was there, so I was able to catch it and release it and clean off my energy as I needed to. Luckily, it was more of a lesson for me in discernment and to be meticulous in my spiritual hygiene practice. And I learned the lesson. Thankfully, nothing, quote, bad happened. It was just an experience I needed to have in order to really pay attention to the energies in which I started working in. Okay, so that doesn't happen for everybody. But you don't want to bring back energies from a past life. It's one of the reasons why, when I do past life work with a client, we make sure that the client is not taking any energies from that past life into this now moment. You want to make sure the energy is clean. It's hygiene. It's making sure that your energy is as clean as possible. Okay? Am I making sense? Does this resonate with you? You also don't want to, and this is like more of a day-to-day thing, because you're not always in session. You're walking around in the world. You don't want to leave your energy or have energy kind of glom onto you from places that you go. There's a lot of people that go out into the world and, they say, and these are a lot of like spiritual folks, and they say things like, I can't go to this store, or I can't go to this because it's too much energy. There's too many people around. I'm picking up everybody's energy. Now, that might be true. You might be super open and empathic. That doesn't mean you have to do this. This is why it's important to have your boundaries very strong, okay? Not in a, I feel like people get a little bit overzealous with this whole protection. I have to put up protection. That to me is in fear. That is saying that what is outside of me is scary and I have to protect myself. Now, that doesn't mean that you have your aura wide open and anybody and everybody can come in and glom onto you. Okay, there's a difference. So I like to see protection and boundaries as more of a power, like these are my standards, and I'm not allowing, because I am a powerful creator, I am not allowing anybody else's energy to affect me in a negative way. See the difference? One is very empowering and one is from a place of, I have to protect myself. It is a more disempowered place to be. But it is important to not leave your power everywhere and your energy everywhere. Okay? One of the things that I started doing years ago was having my clients call back their power, call back their attention, because, we think about things. We are all over the place. We're like thinking about what we did yesterday, or if we had an argument or something that's bothering us from 10 years ago. And then we're thinking about what we're doing for dinner. And our energy is all over the place. Or another thing, this is very small, but I find it to be true, is say we're online, okay? And we are subscribed to a ton of different email lists that we never even open the emails. There's a little bit of scatteredness. Or we're in Facebook groups and we never go into the Facebook groups. Or we're following people and we never interact with them. And it's like your energy is kind of like here and there and everywhere. It's one of the reasons why I like to go through and do a clean sweep every now and again. It freshens up the energy, helps your algorithm, and it also kind of calls back your energy into this now moment. So anywhere you are not in this now moment, your energy is kind of all over the place. Now, it is a daily practice. Okay, let's be honest. We all have things that we think about and responsibilities, and we got to do this and we got to do that, and we're doing. But it is something to strive for, is to really just every morning and every evening just call your energy back. And I literally say it out loud, and I pull the energy in, because I can move energy. If you can't move energy quite yet, then you want to imagine it, see it, visualize it, intend for it to happen. And my arms are wide now as I'm saying it, and I'm like calling the energy back into my body. What that's going to do is going to bring you in the now moment. And oftentimes when people do this, they notice their body in a way that they haven't noticed it in a while, because let's be honest. Most people are up in their heads. They are not in their bodies. They're not paying attention to the messages, the whisperings of their body. Their body has to get really loud before they take notice. And so by calling your energy back, you are going to feel sensations in your body that you might not have been aware of, which is beautiful because it gets you connected to your body. But it also calls back your energy. You're in this moment. You're here now. You're breathing, and it's a very empowering place to be. So that is the first kind of step in your spiritual hygiene practice, is to make that a part of your day. It does not need to take but more than 30 seconds, right? Twice a day, morning and evening, or whenever you feel scattered. If you're feeling like, what is going on? And you're just all over the place, you want to make sure that you're calling your energy back to you. Come back to me now. You can say your name. Some people say you're supposed to say like your birth name. Personally, I just say my first name. I say it out loud because I think personally anything you say out loud is just more powerful. So I just say, Caroline, come back to me now. And I pull it in. And then I just drop into my body, take some breaths. Sound effects make it even more fun, right? Do that. It feels really good. So that's the first step. The second step is to ground yourself. Again, there are kind of two different people I've found in the spiritual world, I suppose in any part of the world, is we're either up in the ethers because we just love being up there connecting to all the beings. Check out my last episode if you want to know who you're communicating with. Or we're in our heads. Think, and figuring it out, pushing, forcing. I happen to be a little bit of the both. I'm a work in progress, as are you. So it's really important to ground yourself. Ground yourself either energetically by sending energy down or calling energy up. And if you're like, I don't know how to do that, cool. Go outside and stand on earth with your bare feet. Ground yourself. They have grounding blankets and mats, and there's all kinds of ways to ground. Eating can ground you. Taking breaths, getting back in your body can be very grounding. It brings you into the now moment, okay? And then you want to, so that's number 2. Number 3, you want to check your energy, check your aura. Ask to be shown who is on my aura, what is on my energy, and get your information, okay? You'll see it, you'll sense it, you'll feel it, you'll know it, you'll hear it. And you want to, like, I literally will, like, energetically, I use my hands. I'm a hand talker. And I'll, like, pick the person off of my aura. Or I will, like, do an aura cleanse energetically and also with my hands. I'll do both, okay? Sometimes I have a sacred space that I go into, and like, you know, when you go like the movies where they go in and they like get sprayed with chemicals to get like they're in hazmat suits and they get sprayed to like clean them off. I have that sort of in my sacred space, but it's light. So it's like light. Taking a shower can be very cleansing to the aura. Eating, washing your hands. The first thing I do after a session, I've done this intuitively ever since I've been in sessions with people for over 25 years. I wash my hands. Get off the call, I go wash my hands. I'm not just washing my hands, I'm washing the energy because I use my hands when I do energy work. So I'm washing them off. If you're not near a sink, you can clap your hands, rub them together, shake them off. Okay, you want to just get that energy off. You can also, like I said, you can shower, you can use energy. People like to sage or use incense or, lemongrass or Palo Santo or essential oils. You can do that. I don't tend to use sage as much as I used to. I learned years ago that sage is more of inviting energies in as opposed to cleansing them out. So I do use Palo Santo sometimes. have a window open so it's like the energy, the smoke can escape. Another thing that's beautiful for clearing energy, not only on yourself, but in a room, is an instrument, a drum, a bell, singing bowls. That can be vibration. That can be wonderful for clearing your energy. So again, you don't have to do all of these. I don't have a set thing like this is the protocol. I listen to my body. I listen to my guides. Usually I do wash my hands. That is usually a given. That's kind of my thing. But it's just really important because your energy, especially as a healer and a psychic, you want it to be as clean and clear, energetically speaking, as you can be. Not only is that going to help you be a better and more powerful healer, but it's going to benefit your physical body. Okay, there's a lot of really sick, burned out healers out there. And they're doing amazing things in the world, but they can only do like 1 or 2 sessions a day because they are just exhausted at the end of their sessions. If you want to be the best at what you do, and that includes having a thriving business, because money is what we use in this world right now, and you want to build a thriving business so that you can help people heal, right? That's your passion, that's your impact, you're here to do it, you're open to do it, you want to do it, this is your calling, you love it, but you feel like junk all the time, you are not going to make the big impact that you want. And when I say make a big impact, that doesn't mean forcing, pushing, masculine, working 80,000 hours a week. That's not what I mean. It's whatever it means for you, right? If you only want to do 2 sessions a day, that's fine. That's you. But do you feel really good after you do the sessions? When I do healing work, I feel amazing after my sessions. I feel great. I feel energized. I feel inspired. If you're not feeling that way after your sessions, then you want to check your spiritual hygiene practice. You want to make sure that you're not taking on their energy. You're not using your own energy in healing. You don't do that, right? Maybe that's another episode. You want to feel good. You want your body to feel good, right? You cannot give if your cup is empty and you're drained and you feel like junk and you've got all of these diagnoses because your body is breaking down. Okay, I want you to feel good. I want your body to be in balance. I want your body to be optimized and up-leveled so that you can help as many people as your little heart desires and help them powerfully, healing faster, healing yourself faster. Okay? So if you have any questions, if you have anything to add, please reach out. But in the meantime, like and follow. Leave me a review. That would be amazing. Share this podcast with anyone in your circle that you feel would benefit. And I will see you on the next episode. Thanks for listening.